The sun climbs over Pompeii, casting long shadows across pristine streets. The city breathes with quiet purpose, unaware that this golden light will be its last. Citizens emerge from doorways, sandals clicking against polished stone. The air carries the scent of baking bread and burning olive oil. Life flows through the streets like water through aqueducts, steady, eternal, unstoppable. In the Forum, merchants arrange their wares beneath towering columns. Fresh figs glisten in wicker baskets. Amphorae of wine stand in perfect rows. The morning market hums with familiar rhythms, coins clinking, voices haggling, children darting between the stalls. Above them, the Temple of Jupiter rises against the sky, its marble gleaming white in the early light. 17 years after the great earthquake, scaffolding still clings to its damaged walls. The repairs continue, as they have for nearly 2 decades. Behind villa walls, families gather for the morning meal. Steam rises from clay bowls filled with porridge and honey. Slaves move silently through courtyards, tending fires, drawing water from deep wells. In the House of the Faun, sunlight streams through the atrium, illuminating the famous Alexander mosaic, 1,000,000 tiny stones telling the story of conquest. The wealthy recline on couches discussing politics and trade while their children play among the columns. The city pulses with quiet confidence. Pompeii has weathered storms before. The earthquake of '62 shook buildings and cracked walls, but they rebuilt. They always rebuild. The mountain has rumbled for generations, a sleeping giant that occasionally stirs but never truly wakes. Today feels no different from 1,000 other mornings, yet something shifts in the air. A tremor runs beneath the streets, so faint it barely rattles the pottery in the shops. Conversations pause, eyes glance upward, then return to their tasks. The earth has always spoken in whispers here. The people have learned not to listen too closely. In the bakeries, ovens glow with steady heat. Loaves of bread cool on wooden shelves, 81 in one shop alone, prepared for the day's customers. The bakers wipe flour from their hands, satisfied with their work. In the grinding rooms, slaves and donkeys walk endless circles, wearing deep grooves into the stone floors. The rhythm of daily labor continues unchanged, unbroken. Mount Vesuvius looms over it all, a silent guardian draped in morning mist. Thin wisps of vapor rise from its peak, barely visible against the pale sky. The mountain has always breathed this way, slow, steady, harmless. Farmers tend their vineyards on its fertile slopes. The rich volcanic soil yields the finest grapes in the region. Who would fear such abundance? But the mountain's breath grows deeper. The vapor thickens. Birds take flight from the upper slopes, their wings dark against the brightening sky. A few citizens notice, pointing toward the summit. Some remember old stories, whispered warnings passed down through generations. Most dismiss them as superstition. In the amphitheater, workers prepare for the afternoon games. Sand covers the arena floor, fresh and white, ready to soak up whatever the day might bring. 20,000 seats wait empty, soon to fill with cheering crowds. The gladiators sharpen their weapons in the barracks below, unaware that their final performance approaches. The morning advances, the sun climbs higher. Pompeii settles into its rhythms, the eternal dance of commerce and conversation, work and worship. Children chase each other through narrow alleys. Women gather at public fountains, filling their water jars while sharing the day's gossip. Men debate in the shade of porticos, their voices echoing off marble walls. Then, the mountain speaks. A sound like thunder rolls across the city, but the sky remains clear. The ground shudders. Clay vessels tumble from shelves. Horses rear in their stables, eyes wide with ancient fear. The people of Pompeii look up from their daily tasks, confusion replacing confidence. High above, Vesuvius splits open. A column of ash and stone erupts into the sky, climbing higher than eagles dare to fly. It spreads like an enormous tree, its branches reaching across the heavens. The sight is beautiful and terrible, a pillar of destruction crowned with deadly flowers. The ash begins to fall. At first, it drifts down like grey snow, coating rooftops and streets in a fine powder. Citizens emerge from their homes, brushing the strange dust from their clothes. Some laugh nervously, others gather their families close. The wise begin to flee. But for most, it is already too late. The mountain's fury builds with each passing moment. Larger stones rain down, cracking tiles and splintering wood. The air grows thick and hard to breathe. The beautiful morning light fades to an unnatural twilight. Pompeii, the eternal city, begins its final hours. The streets that echoed with life now fill with fear. The markets that bustled with trade become scenes of desperate flight. The homes that sheltered families become tombs of ash and stone. The mountain has awakened, and in its waking, Pompeii will sleep forever. In the end, it was not war that claimed this city, not plague or famine or the march of conquering armies. It was the earth itself, reclaiming what it had given. The fertile soil that fed them, the stone that sheltered them, the very ground they walked upon, all of it turned against them in a single, catastrophic moment. The last morning of Pompeii fades into memory, preserved not in words but in ash. A city frozen at the moment of its ending, waiting 2,000 years to tell its story to those who would listen.